Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope your day's off to a fantastic start. Let's review another perfume. Okay, so today we have Philosophy's Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. I was so excited to make this particular purchase because if you are new here to my channel, if this is the first video that you're ever watching, I am someone who chooses to purchase cruelty-free products. And when I decided to go cruelty-free many years ago, one of the brands that I had to stop shopping with was unfortunately Philosophy, because at that point they weren't cruelty-free. However, they recently, within the last year, made the decision to transition to cruelty-free and are actually Leaping Bunny certified at this point. So that was absolutely fantastic news for me personally, because I used to love shopping with Philosophy in the past. One of the things that I've mentioned multiple times here on my channel is that my wedding day perfume was actually Falling in Love from Philosophy. It's a fragrance that I still love to this day. And when I found out that these guys were cruelty-free again, it absolutely made my day, because it opened up the opportunity for me to be able to really truly enjoy a fragrance, which to me has a lot of like really beautiful, fun, happy memories attached to it. So love when companies make this decision. I just don't think that at this point we really need animal testing. There are alternatives, and yeah, if a company chooses to not embrace those alternatives, it is probably to still be able to sell in markets where the testing is still required. So at any rate, I'm just personally really happy that Philosophy is cruelty-free, and as a result of that, I have recently been shopping with Philosophy again and picked up this fragrance. Now, I have actually smelled this before in person, so I kind of knew what I was getting. This fragrance is available at Ulta. It's available at a few different retailers. So sometimes when I would go into Ulta, I would stop by the perfumes and just kind of, you know, reminisce with the Philosophy fragrances. And one of the ones that I was really drawn to was this Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere specifically. I know they also have the Fresh Cream fragrance, which is also a great one. If you love gourmand, more foodie type scents, you should check out the Fresh Cream. It is really authentic and true to its name. It just has this beautiful, like, warm, milky creaminess to it. It's a very interesting fragrance, but the Warm Cashmere was definitely more in line with the type of fragrances that I gravitate towards. So I want to tell you guys where I purchased this, because I found an amazing deal over on QVC, and they actually have a couple of sets that I will link in the description box right below this video if you're interested, that contain the Philosophy Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere fragrance. So this particular set was on sale for, I believe, $77, and it included this, which is a massive, I think this is 4 ounces. 4 ounces of the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere Eau de Toilette. Now this is an Eau de Toilette, and I think that at this point that Philosophy no longer does their fragrances in an eau de parfum option. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Obviously, I haven't been with Philosophy for a few years here, but my last bottle of Falling in Love was an eau de parfum, so I think that they have transitioned to just doing eau de toilettes. I wish this was an eau de parfum, but I'll take what I can get. Also included in this set was a massive 32-ounce size of the Warm Cashmere shampoo, shower gel, and bubble bath. Now, I have never used this as a shampoo. I think it's a little harsh, especially for my naturally gray hair, as a shampoo, but I love this as a shower gel. I don't take baths, but it smells amazing. I don't have this open quite yet because I actually have a 16-ounce of the Warm Cashmere in my shower right now that came with a Purity Made Simple cleanser tube that I also purchased from QVC. Now that set is sold out now, but the other two that I'm mentioning here are still available. So came with this as well. And then also a massive 16-ounce tub. Is this 16 ounces? I think this is, yes, 16-ounce tub of the Warm Cashmere Glazed Body Souffle. Oh man, this is a lovely, lovely product. Now the other set, oh, it smells so good, you guys. The other set that I'm going to link down below is slightly more expensive. It's $84. And these two products are the same in that particular set, but it has a newer version of their body butter that I think is, I believe it's infused with vitamin E or something like that. I don't exactly remember what the difference is between this glazed body souffle and the other one. Honestly, I picked this set because it was a few bucks cheaper and I basically essentially got the same products. Now, I'm filming this on the last day of July. I'm not sure if that price, because I think that $77 price point was like a Christmas and July special. Also, all shipping was free on Philosophy during the month of July, so you're probably gonna have to pay shipping for the products now. But there's always cash back via Rakuten, so make sure that you're signed up for that. Anyway, let's get back to this fragrance because that's why we're here today. Let's discuss the fragrance itself. I'm going to read you guys the fragrance notes. I'll kind of tell you what my take is in terms of what my nose picks up. We'll talk about the strength of the fragrance. We'll talk about the projection and just kind of round it out after that. But I did want to tell you guys about these two sets over at QVC because I think if you're going to get this fragrance in even the 2-ounce size, I think it's actually worth it to just upgrade and get 2 more ounces of the fragrance. A massive thing of body wash and a body souffle because I believe in fragrance layering. Especially when you have an eau de toilette, you're going to need to layer the fragrance a little bit more to get that oomph that you're not getting from the fact that this is not an eau de parfum. All right, so our main primary fragrance notes here are tangerine, which really surprised me, vanilla bean and musk. But let's go ahead and kind of read through their little scent story here. So they say this is an indulgent sensory experience combining juicy tangerine, cashmere, and orchid, layered on a velvety base of vanilla bean and creamy sandalwood. Those basically, we don't need to go through the rest of the blurb. That's what we're looking for there. We're looking for those fragrance notes. I do not pick up any, just even a hint of citrus in here. Be it tangerine, be it orange, be it grape, whatever. I do not get any citrus out of this fragrance, which is so interesting to me. In fact, when I first read through the notes, I was like, is that a mistake? It's not. Those fragrance notes are listed everywhere that this fragrance is sold. Let me tell you what I get. For me, when I first stick my nose into this fragrance, whether in the bottle or on my skin, this one is kind of interesting because sometimes fragrances will transform once they mix with your own personal body chemistry. This is one of those fragrances, and I find the same thing to be true for Falling in Love and Amazing Grace as well, because I have worn all 3 of those fragrances in the past. They smell exactly like they do in the bottle on my skin. Like, my body chemistry doesn't alter these Philosophy fragrances at all. So when I first apply this, by the way, here's the nice, I love that spritz. Man, I love a good spritz. I really pick up that creamy vanilla bean, followed by that cashmere type note. Cashmere to me smells warm, slightly musky, definitely has sweetness to it. This is a sweeter fragrance. I do pick up sandalwood as well. As it starts to dry down, I pick up a really smooth, again, very creamy sandalwood. And nowhere in here, whether it is after first applying or letting it sit for a few minutes or after it's fully dried down and settled into my skin, do I detect tangerine at all. I don't know if my like tangerine receptors in my nose are turned off, but I just don't get it. And I would love to see if those of you out there who also have and love this fragrance, if you pick up the tangerine. I kind of almost wish that I would, because I think it would be such an interesting, unique addition to this fragrance, but I just don't get that. So anyway, to me, this comes across as a warm, cozy, definitely cooler weather type fragrance. I'm fairly seasonal in my personal fragrance in that, you know, I kind of tend to prefer like beachy coconut scents in the summer. I love florals in the spring, and I love my heavier, darker florals that are infused with amber and patchouli. I prefer those fragrances in the fall and winter. So this to me definitely leans more fall and winter, but it's also the type of like vanilla base that I think I would probably actually happily wear year round. In fact, today it's supposed to be darn near 90 degrees and I'm wearing it and I love it. It's so good, you guys. This is a beautiful scent. I am so glad that I finally get to add this to my collection. Another thing that I think I'm really going to appreciate about this one, especially in the summer months, is that I'm someone who likes to layer fragrances, and I like to layer fragrances from different companies, sometimes from the same companies, but I just like to mix different fragrances together to sometimes come up with something new, sometimes to alter a fragrance that just isn't sitting quite right with me for whatever reason. I made a video a couple weeks ago about some of my favorite like summertime perfume combinations. I will put that video in the cards, wherever those may be, as well as in the description box down below. Definitely check that out if you are interested in mixing fragrances. I've got some really great suggestions in there. But this is one that I think I'm going to definitely be using to mix a lot of different fragrances. Now, I guess you could say that my one beef with this fragrance is that it is not the longest lasting. The longevity of this fragrance is probably a few hours at most for me. I will say, however, when layering the body wash as well as the body cream or body souffle, if you will, layering these prior to, by the way, the consistency of this is so lovely. Layering these prior to applying your fragrance really does help to extend the lasting power of the fragrance. Is it going to give you like drastically more longevity to the scent? Not necessarily, maybe a little bit. What I think this does is it gives the fragrance itself just a little bit more oomph. So it makes it stronger at the get-go than just applying this straight onto dry skin. The very best thing that you can do is use your scented body wash immediately after getting out of the shower, before even fully drying your skin, applying this glazed body souffle, and then going in and immediately spraying your fragrance to layer things up. That works like a charm. It definitely amps up the intensity for me. And that's really personally what I'm looking for. I tend to be one of those obnoxious people who probably overdoes it with perfume just a little bit. But that being said, if it smells this good, then I'm totally okay with that. People around me may not be, but I'm a happy camper. Anyway, let me know your take on Philosophy Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere in the comments down below. Be sure to check out the description box for the links that I mentioned. Let me know if you have any questions at all. If you found this video helpful, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribing. And you will be seeing more perfume content for me in the very near future. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo!